Year always brings new hope that perhaps things will turn out better than the previous year. To avoid disappointment, though, it always helps to do a reality check. So really, what lies ahead for Africa in 2017? To get a better perspective, I'm joined by Gnaka Lagoke, an analyst on African affairs and friend of the show. Welcome back.
And thank you very much.
I hope you're having a great
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I hope you're having a great start to the year, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, as we mentioned there are things that are really cannot be avoided. Looking ahead, what do you think is going to be one of the immediate things that people will be focusing on as we get into 2017?
It is surprising enough. The day we are going to organize our conference here on Cuba, Africa, and the world, January 7, on the continent of Africa and many capitals in Africa and many other capitals in Europe, a number of organizations have launched a campaign against the CFA franc, which is controlled by France. And then, according to the contracts, Africans are depositing 50% of their reserves in the French public treasury. So there is a growing momentum, a Pan-African consciousness against that currency, which is considered to be a colonial or neo-colonial currency. That's big stuff that we need to watch. And it's going to start on January 7.
Wow. And sometime in January, so we're supposed to expect an inauguration of a president in the Gambia. But then who's going to be president?
Yeah, Gambia, this is all of us, we were taken by surprise after what Yahya Jammeh did. But I believe that what he's doing is not sustainable. Somehow the African leaders will find a way in order to stop what he's doing, because he recognized that he lost the election, and later on he's complaining. But one thing I want to say, though, on this is that I am not in favor of a military action against Yahya Jammeh. If they need to fund some billions of CFA, to redo the election, to avoid the loss of human lives, then I will be in favor of that. But I believe that Yahya Jammeh, should step down.
Do you think he's genuine, or perhaps he could be taken up on the call to have a fresh election?
Yeah, because he said it. So if people say no and they go to war, it's like the same thing in Ivory Coast. He said, want the new election, okay, let's do it. And then with the popular outcry against his attitude, I will be surprised, to see him winning, that new election.
Now, the other issue I suppose we can mention is that it was not just Gambia, but we have seen issues in East African region, Burundi and Uganda. What do you make of that in this fresh year?
No, I believe that what we see in Burundi, like in even the Democratic Republic of Congo, and in all those, the Gambia, all those countries, I believe that there is there is a steady movement on the continent of Africa, and people are aspiring to be to espouse democratic values. And then what Museveni or Kabila and then the president of Burundi, what they're doing, for me, again, it is not sustainable. Somehow, these are the negative things that happen on the continent. But like you said, we need to look at many more beautiful things. For instance, the peaceful transition election in Ghana.
Yeah, that's
the
coming.
Beautiful election in Benin.
Exactly.
And then Nigeria, even if it was in 2015, there are, Africans are moving forward and they're moving, to a better future.
But as they move forward, we were also hoping that we won't see conflicts spilling over to 2017. But what do we see in Southern Sudan?
No, we cannot avoid. So now we are not at the stage where we're going to avoid conflicts on the continent of Africa for several reasons. People are fighting for power, and then there are many unresolved issues, like within countries and between countries, and also the neo-colonial interference in our domestic affairs.
Do you think South Sudan will continue being this big crisis?
No, I think it's as long as the president then continue the way he's doing. And then I think that, yes, South Sudan is going to be like a hotspot on the continent of Africa when it comes to insecurity.
And definitely we're also looking at the situation in CAR. And then how about terrorism? Have we gotten a handle on that problem?
Yeah, for terrorism, again, we had a terrorist attack in Ivory Coast, terrorist attack in Mali, terrorist attack in Burkina Faso. And, of course, we have Boko Haram in Nigeria. My position is that it is time for African leaders to come together within a Pan-African framework, to fight terrorism. They may have the support of some European powers or America, but they should not count on America or Europe, to go and fight, terrorism. Because we know, for instance, that Hillary Clinton, when in Nigeria people wanted her to consider Boko Haram as a terrorist organization, she opposed, the desire of the president. So somehow, this is, we're not going to count on people who think like that, to try and go and hope that they can help us fight terrorism. But Africans have to come together themselves.
Now, very quickly, do you think throughout the year 2016, in a way, people forgot about the economic development of the continent? Some say a lot has been happening. What do you make of it?
Yeah, you said in your beautiful report, yes, there are some things that are happening on the continent, on the economic front. And then, even the people that we criticize in power, they're trying, to do some infrastructure development. Even some of the projects in the country, Ivory Coast, one of the third bridge built by Mr. Ouattara, even it is ill-advised or ill-conceived, but it is there. Tomorrow, my generation can go and try to, to reach the contract with the French. So he tried on this, on the infrastructure level, even though he's not meeting the social needs of the people. And Senegal, there is a solar power plant, that they're going to inaugurate soon. So things are moving in the right direction.
At least 2017, you expect much more.
Yeah, much more,
in terms of
and things to be
development.
moving again. The Pan-African consciousness is on the rise, and this is good. It's putting pressure on the leaders, and people are waking up. And this is a very important thing that we need to watch on the continent of Africa.
Well, Gnaka, as always, we do appreciate your insights.
Thank you very much, Vincent.
We hope the year gets even better so we can talk about more better things. Now, Gnaka Lagoke is a professor of history and analyst on African affairs.